for playgrounds, for summer jobs. Just do it. You don't need any more damn studies. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get upset, but I think I have a right to be upset.
Yeah.
As a member of the voting public. And,
there you go.
And a very concerned citizen.
You good. You good.
All right, G.
Always good, my friend. Talk to you in a minute.
Always. Thank you.
All right, bro. Oh, boy. Well, looky. Let's go to North Carolina and let's talk to Miss Amy. What you say?
Good morning, Gerard.
How are you?
Well, afternoon. Yeah, I'm kind of livid right now. I have been patient with the city of New Orleans as they, correct, I thought, their mistake in how they've handled the Donaldson family after our son was ejected through a solid glass window 971 days ago now.
Wow.
And guess what I get? Nothing but cover up and lies from every entity from top to bottom. The Hard Rock Cafe collapses and you can't really hide from it. But I guess you can hide from just a little old white boy going out a window and saying that he meant to do it. And, we do have a lawsuit, but this is criminal. The city council is asking for criminal charges to be brought against the developers of the Hard Rock Cafe, but nobody can even mention Seth Donaldson's name or even acknowledge that his parents are crying out for 971 days now for some accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I don't know if I can say this, but the medical examiner has just done her testimony and said that when she did her exam of Seth's body, she found no glass in his body whatsoever, but she's 10 out of 10 confident that it was a suicide. They don't even have the right to make a judgment.
Wait a minute.
She said, yeah, her theory was based on the Russian roulette theory of science, that if there's 1 in 6 chambers in a bullet or 1 in 8 chambers in a bullet, then there's 1 in 8 chances that you're going to die if there are drugs in your system. We don't even know how they got there.
So let me go back to what you just said here, because I'm taking it all into. So he supposedly jumped out a window and there's no glass?
That's what she said last week.
How'd that happen?
It didn't.
No remnants, no nothing.
That's what she said. Cuts all over his body, no defensive wounds. Cuts all over his body, no glass.
And how'd he get cut?
She didn't really ask that. Nobody asked her that question in the deposition. They're covering for Sonesta Hotel at every level, pretending like this didn't happen and pretending like it's the intention of my child to make it happen. So there's nothing to see here.
So what about the other guy, too? I mean, is he just gone and nothing? Nobody?
Well, he gave his deposition last week, too. And our lawyer said that he was the most what was the word? Anyway, the most trustworthy witness you could ever have. He pled the fifth, everything.
So nobody questioned him other than what he said? I mean, I know he gave a deposition, but was this from your attorney, or was this toward, or was this by the by the folks at the
hotel company and Airbnb called him as a witness?
So the hotel and the Airbnb folks called him.
Yeah, and our lawyer was there. I know. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this, but this is criminal. The coroner medical examiner wasn't even aware that he landed over 10 feet from the building. But she said if she had known that, it really wouldn't have made a difference.
It wouldn't have?
She said that.
Wait a minute, the coroner was a she?
Well, the medical examiner.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was going to say the coroner here is a he.
Well, she works for the medical. There are medical examiners. She works under his authority.
Did you ask OIG's office to investigate this as well?
Of course we did. They spent 10 months working on it.
And what did you get out of it?
They told me that they put over 300 hours of investigation into it.
Mm-hmm.
They told me in August, before the Inspector General left, which I have a whole lot of doubt about all the reasons why he left.
Right.
But told me in August that the NOPD was very delayed in their response to his very indicting assessment, and that we should be able to get within 24 hours a report. But he said that the memorandum of understanding between the OIG office and the Integrity Bureau of the Police Department prevented the OIG from being able to release his own report, that it has to come from the NOPD.
What?
He told us, they're behind. They should have done it. They're months behind. They've outdone the deadline for the agreement that we've made. But give them 24 hours. He told us that on August 19th. And then we didn't get that report until October 28th, the day that they left. He left, pretty much the day that he left. And the report indicated he did 2 interviews. That was it. I don't know how you do 2 interviews that take 300 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Basically saying that, he agreed that everything that I had complained about was unsubstantiated.
So he has an MOU with the NOPD not to release his report?
Well, he said that the memorandum of understanding that they have with each other, that they signed after Seth died, but at some point they created an agreement, probably in my opinion, in preparation for the fact that I was not backing down. And so the agreement states that only the NOPD can release the OIG report. And I'm convinced that what the NOPD released was not the OIG's actual report.
Mm-mm. It was not.
That's what I'm convinced of, but I do not,
But
I know that
you haven't seen it.
30-minute conversation is not at all what I saw on paper 4 months later.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell me like they fixed this window pretty quickly, or no?
Yeah, they did. They fixed the whole place.
Mm-hmm. What about the body cam video?
Well, it took us over 2 years to get any body cam. And, we know that there's supposed to be security cameras everywhere,
right,
all over the whole city. We know that the building was inspected you didn't know this, 3 months before it was bought by Sonesta from Wisnia. They had a outside consultant group go in and evaluate every aspect of the building, from elevators to, all the infrastructure of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it said? Urgently replace windows. It said have OSHA design rooftop anchor bolts so that you can safely suspend cranes or whatever, those things that you hang off the side like window washers use,
mm-hmm,
to safely
hang over the side so they can fix the window.
Personnel and equipment on the exterior of the building because of all the deferred exterior maintenance that needed to be done.
Even though that this was a question about a possible murder case.
Yeah. But instead, everywhere I go, I've written now a book. I've written 39 chapters documenting every last brick wall I hit in the city of New Orleans.
I still think this ought to be a documentary, though.
I know. Well, it would. Why should a mother have to do that? Why should a mother be crying in the street for some attention and then wait 9 or 10 months for some stupid letter to say, sorry, sorry, not sorry.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, but not sorry.
When I finally have 1 4-second video of the security from the balcony showing my son being flown out backwards.
Mm.
And they had that. On the body cam. You can see it all on a YouTube channel if you want. I've got it all on a YouTube channel, except for that. I haven't put that video up. I'm not going to. But I just don't understand why I have to do this.
What's the next move?
Well, I probably shouldn't have made this phone call because I've been issued a cease and desist order.
Really? What?
Oh, yeah. Sinesta did that. I believe that Sinesta took away my Twitter, what do you call it?
Your Twitter account?
Well, not the account, but when you're
your post
verified.
Oh, really?
Because I've got a bunch of, I have made some pretty, documentary-like videos that are on the YouTube channel and that I post out and put out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so twice in 3 years, I named the name of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And because I did that, they said that they were going to take me to court for any defamation against them that would harm their brand. I'm like, you know what? I'm a mother. I'm pretty sure you harmed my brand.
Wow. I got to get off the air, but I'm gonna text you this number. I want you to call Suzette.
Okay.
I know that she'll be able to advise you what to do and where to go. I know how hurt you are. I know how hurt you are. I can't imagine that. I don't want to.
I don't want anybody else going through freaking windows because they knew they messed up and they covered it up and expect us to just be so devastated that we're not going to press for answers.
I'm gonna give you my attorney, the one I know that she got some answers. She know, and then if she don't know, she got advisement that she lives with her husband. He's a very good investigator as well, and I'll be able to send that to you too.
Thanks, George.
I'll talk to you later. Be careful.
All right.
Bye. Amy Donaldson. Yes, indeed. In North Carolina.
Save